Y'all ready to go?
Yep, I am. Tell me when I can start talking.
I'll let you know. And here we are.
Alrighty, I believe we are on for probably the most exciting game that anyone could ever watch. For anyone who doesn't know, this is Lego Funky Dots, and it might be one of like the greatest creations in like the Lego game community, or probably the video, or probably the whole like general media community. It's truly a masterpiece, and I'm super excited to share this. I put about 5,000 hours of practice into it, so I'm really excited. I'm joined by Hav and P53 in the booth,
How's it going?
and I think we'll just get right into it. We got 5 levels we're gonna play. This is the first level. Time doesn't start until I make my first input, so I'm gonna do a little bit of strategizing here and see if I can find somewhere where I can get 2 3s in a row at once. So I'm trying to match up these little shapes, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get 3 in a row. And it looks like right here is gonna be the perfect spot for getting 2 3s in a rows, and that is where I'm gonna start. We're gonna start matching these shapes in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna be looking everywhere I can to match as many shapes as fast as possible. Try to stay near the bottom of the board in order to let more pieces fall where they could maybe happen to fall into another collection of pieces, getting these little combos. Just gonna try to lock in as much as possible here. And that's the first level. Super fast, but the levels get longer. You need 100 points for that one, then 200, 300, 400, 500. So in these later levels where they get longer, we're just gonna try to get into the flow state. Good
That's right. Some
combo.
very important stuff about the way these line up. If you're able to get a 4 in a row, you get a directional kill thing, like you just saw Justin do. 5 in a row, you get a bomb that kills in both directions, as it also just happened. So stacking these large ones is very important. A lot of times they'll just kind of happen by themselves, but you'll see Justin making one intentionally to clear that bottom row. Solid performance there on Ice Cream, and Mermaid going into Adventure.
Yeah,
Right.
one important thing to note about where he's checking for matches is he's generally staying near the bottom of the screen. You want to basically get as many matches per second as possible, so he wants to get as many tiles to fall down and cause those additional matches to happen.
That's right, and you can see on the top right the counter for how many points you need to beat this level.
Fortunately, it looks like I kind of to go up to the top of the board here. Not a ton of matches on this board. And you may see at one point that you spot a match that I don't. Everyone kind of looks at each board a little differently. So this is a really tough board, kind of just bad RNG, where there's very minimal matches available. Looks like it's coming back a little bit though. Actually,
Right
another...
now, that orange one can come in, do that vertical clear.
There we go. Perfect. We're gonna do these blues. And something you may notice, well, you may not notice, but if, let's say you're playing on like the left side of the board, sometimes the game will just randomly change the pieces on the other side of the board that you're not looking at to make more matches available. So there's some secret stuff happening on the other side of the screen.
So a pretty good clear on Adventure there, going in 1 minute 58 seconds.
Here we go into the space level. This level has the hardest pieces to see. It really doesn't matter that much, but...
Yeah, one thing I found out about this game just now was that apparently this is like a promotional tie-in game for one of their product lines, where all it is the product line is called Lego Dots. You can see it at the bottom there. But basically all it is they sell like these everyday objects like journals or bracelets, and you put on these little 1x1 Lego tiles onto them. So I guess in some sense, this gameplay is somewhat related to that, I guess. But really, it's just a Bejeweled clone.
I mean, in a way, I would say that product line is more of a tie-in to LEGOthon.
So I heard you call it a clone, but I feel like that's kind of like not really doesn't really. That's not nice to say.
Yeah, it's a clone in the same way that like Citizen Kane is a clone of that one movie where a train goes into the audience. You know, this is
Interesting
like
comparison.
leagues above.
Yeah, I'd call it more of an upgrade than a clone.
Yeah.
That's true.
Purification.
That's true. Bejeweled is neither funky nor does it have dots.
That's right.
All right, the last level, 500 points in one go. Let's just get into the flow state. And here we go.
Yeah, so this is Monster. You can see the point totals have accumulated up there. It is interesting because as you go further, you need to get more points, which gets you closer to being in a situation that we were earlier, where you're playing near the top of the board. Which means that you're not just getting less points at a time, but you're making less opportunities to get more points, which is really what you're looking for.
Yeah, you may notice that like my mouse movement is kind of insane. Like I'm kind of just flailing it around everywhere as I'm just scanning the board for matches. Hopefully we can get some. Here we go. All right, we're back. Had a little slowdown there. But yeah, like usually as the pieces are falling, I'm trying to find the next match I'm looking for. Got one right there, right there.
What I'll say also is Justin is the world record holder in this game, and there's two categories for this, for the web with a mouse and then the mobile version, and he has record on both by over 1 minute on the PC or PC category of this. So he's pretty far ahead of the second place.
Oh, right there, a piece just literally changed for no reason. That's something that can happen.
Now, Justin, in terms of strategy, how much do you prioritize getting 4 in a row to get like bombs, as opposed to just getting the fastest 3 you can find?
Actually don't focus on it that much, because you see, I'll see if I can try to force an explosion here in a second, but it kind of freezes the game in place for a second, so the advantage of it is not as big as you would think.
Interesting.
So right there, like, everything kind of freezes for just a little bit, and so they're decent, but like right there, that was a pretty big explosion. But the points come in when you just have a bunch of pieces consecutively fall into each other, which is 100% RNG. Oh, there we go. That's time. That's Lego Funky Dots. Probably, I mean, just, oh, man, it is just a beautiful game, really powerful storyline, and I'm just so glad that I could show off this amazing game thanks to the $1,500 donation goal you guys met. We got 1,500 points in Funky Dots.
That is right. Thank you for all those donors. And I want to note, while we were playing some Funky Dots, Appleman came in to clear the count for $30, saying time to get funky, meaning that we have now beat the LEGOthon 2022 total, making this the best payout LEGOthon we've ever done by a few cents. So thank you all so much for all these donations. It really is incredible to be able to run an event like this for such a good cause and with such a fantastic community. All the organizers and everything.
Yeah, so it's super great weekend. Glad everything was able to work out so well. Huge shout out to Hav for hosting everything here, all the technical side. It's a lot going on the back end, and it all came out very well. And I encourage everyone to throw their hat into Lego Freaky Dots, see if they can beat this time of 541, and yeah, give it a shot. It's a great speed run, great community. Check out the Lego Funky Dots community.
Yeah, I would say I think I'm probably going to transition to that being my main speed game from now on. I mean, as you know, Justin, I do a lot of speed running.
Oh, I that's great.
I'm proficient. Yeah, no, again, I just want to, in seriousness, thank you all so much for watching, for donating, for joining in. It's been fantastic. Special thanks to all the organizers here, to Los, to Chimkin, to Prince, John. First, thanks to all the runners for all the amazing runs, to all the commentators. They massive extra thanks to Gymnastic for commentating what seems like every other run that we had. So that was, you know, camp. But yeah, overall, just a great event.
Yeah, and I guess for the future, Ladder League is going to be back for the top 8. Uh, those matches are all going to be happening throughout this next week. Hopefully, within the next 10 days, we'll know the new winner of the TCS Ladder League tournament. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be super, super cool. And we got some cool announcements that will come at the end of that tournament for even more awesome LEGO Speedruns events. So follow the channel if you don't already.
That is right. Let's keep the channel active. I've been very happy with how much stuff we've been doing on it, honestly. Follow the channel. Be sure to join all the relevant communities for any games you might have enjoyed if you're a new watcher, or if you're an old one. You know, got some other communities. And with that, I think I will leave you all. Have a lovely night, if it is nighttime for you as it is for me. And see you back here this week, hopefully, to most of you. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're an old one.